So you've seen the title of the video and I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Rob, Insomnia, that's a video game convention. This is a board game channel. What are you doing? Well, I promise you there is some board game related stuff here at Insomnia and I'm here. It's weird being at the Birmingham NEC and it not being UK Games Expo, but I'm here. It's raining, great. But I'm going to be indoors all day, playing video games and doing some board gamey stuff. I have no idea what to expect. I'm really excited. So let's get going. I now appreciate UK Games Expo being in June and July when it's red hot. It is absolutely freezing, but it is Friday, not just any Friday. It's the best of all Fridays. It is Good Friday, which means everyone's off work. But now, the only thing I know about Insomnia is it's sort of split into two parts. One is the main sort of convention hall sort of thing where you can play games and demo stuff, and there's going to be lots of video game and board game creators and companies, and you're going to be able to test their stuff out. As well as a load of merch and stuff like that. And the other part is quite interesting. So this is where you come for 4 days. You bring sleeping bags, you bring your PC, and you game all weekend. And I've just seen people going to the special parking over there, right behind me where I am now, and then flooding out, carrying sleeping bags and all sorts. And from what I've heard, it's basically a lot of people getting very, very drunk. But I think that was a few years ago. I don't know what it's like now. I don't know whether there's more rules or anything, but it sounds fun. It's not for me, not something I would do. I like to sleep in a hotel room or my own bed. Now I need to go and pick my pass up and get in there. Doing the standard thing of queuing to join a queue, that then queues into the main area, which is over there, to then queue to do stuff. I also need to say that the tickets I got were given to me by Insomnia, so thank you very much for that. But it does mean this video does classify as an advert. I'm not entirely sure of the ethical situation with the army recruiting a video game convention. I suppose if you want the psychopaths who like shooting guns, this is the place to come. Not going to film it obviously because, you know, kids and stuff, but there's a family gaming area here which is really cool. So here we are, Insomnia Gaming Festival tabletop area. It's a bit empty at the moment. There's some Star Wars Unlimited, Lorcana, Marrakesh in the middle, and quite a few other games available. Also over here we've got the Tabletop Dominion selling all the stuff. Firestorm cards is down there, and I've already bought Kariba off them because I did want to buy this. The first time I've seen it out and about. But yeah, this is the tabletop area and there's some more stuff. Let's go and look at that. And I played a board game. I played Town 77, which is a Oink Games remake or update of Town 66. Me neither, where you have a grid. And you start with one tile on the top left. Everybody has 4 tiles on their little rack. And you take turns playing one and drawing one. And when you play a tile, it has to be orthogonally adjacent to one already on the table. You can't go outside the 7-7 grid that you're building up. Also, there can't be any tiles of the same colour or the exact same shape on that row or column where you're placing the tile. So as the game goes on, the options start to dwindle a little bit. It's a little bit like Quirkle in that way, where you're trying to place your tiles, but also look at what else is in the row and column for the tile that you're placing. So as you're placing, obviously options are going to start running short towards the end of the game, so you could choose not to draw if you want. Actually, I'm going to need to look up the rules because I didn't quite understand the ending. I'll record this bit when I'm back home. So basically it's the first person to empty their hand, but obviously if you stop drawing tiles too early, you won't have enough tiles and you might not be able to place any. If you stop drawing too late, then we're just going to have too many tiles in hand and people are going to beat you. It doesn't actually say in the rules, because I can't find the rule book online, what happens if you can't play. I think you maybe just draw or something. I've got no idea. But it is a fun game, another good game from Oink. I know I'm in the right place now, and I've got coffee and donuts over there. I don't know if you can see that. That sounds really bright. It's really dark in here. And then over here we've got burgers, we've got gyros, we've got a bar. That's it, I think. So I've just done my normal midday trip back to the car. I bought some food and that was very nice. I got to finish my coffee off that I made this morning. Thank you to my cup for keeping it nice and warm. So initial impressions, I've been around the hall once. I'm very impressed. There's a lot to do, there's a lot of games to play. I did get in sort of one of the first of the non-priority groups, so there was plenty available, and I only went on one on my first trip round. As normal, I very rarely dive on to do a lot of stuff as soon as I get here. And there was a lot to do. The gaming area, the tabletop gaming area is very good. Lots of newish games as well, some new Oink releases, some Oink staff and other people. And one of the staff were telling me they were at Aircon a couple of weeks ago as well, so that's pretty cool. Time to head back in and hope I don't regret leaving my jacket in the car. I mentioned earlier about people going to the LAN party and getting drunk, and I don't know if you're allowed to take alcohol in, but these people behind me for the last 10 minutes have been smuggling Jim Beam into an empty PC case and packing it with their jackets and then covering it with bin bags and then sealing the case back up so you couldn't see what was inside it. So I'm guessing alcohol's not allowed and they've found a way in. But anyway, I've played another card game. I played this one. Should have checked what the name of the game was before I pressed record. It's the Star Wars one, the Star Wars with cards, you know the one. Now basically one player has a deck, they are the dark side, one has a deck, they are the light side, and you draw some cards and you play 2 cards from your hand face down. These are going to be your resources, and then on your turn you play like Magic the Gathering. You tap your resources to play the cards into play. There are 2 types of troops. There's like a ground troops that go on one side and they go into play exhausted, and there's base, orbital, whatever it is, ships on the other side of your player board that you can put them in, and then on future turns you untap everything and then you can attack the same way as Magic. You attack either the player's base, and if you get the opponent's base down to 0 health you win, or you can attack their characters and they deal damage to each other and damage stays on. But what is different compared to Magic the Gathering is you have turn, so you take an action, I take an action, you take an action, I take an action, until both players have passed, and then you untap everything and do it that way, which is cool. I quite liked it. The game itself is pretty good. I think I got absolutely smashed by the demo woman from FFG. I didn't have any cards that let you draw cards, and it's a card game, so drawing cards is important. Wasn't able to do that. I did get Yoda out. There's also, you have your leader. She had Darth Vader, I had Luke Skywalker, and if you've got a number of resources in front of you, you can activate and put them into play. You can only do that once per game, so when they die, they go back to the middle of the table and you can't summon them again. It's a decent game. I don't know, I mean, I'll put up on the screen now whether it's collectible via boosters or if it's a living card game situation, however it's done. But if you're a fan of Star Wars and you like these kind of card games, then I mean, I hate it when I say that, because obviously if you're a fan of Star Wars and you like card games, you're gonna like a Star Wars card game probably. This one's quite good. It reminded me a bit more of Lorcana than it did for anything like Magic the Gathering, but yeah, it's pretty decent. I don't think I'll play it again though. So I'm back home all warm and snuggly after 2 days of gaming at Insomnia. And I say 2 days of gaming, I only actually played 5 video games and 2 board games all weekend. I think it is very difficult to actually get to play a video game, especially in the indie area where there's only 1 PC per game. It's very difficult to try and get a seat at one of those games. So the larger companies have maybe got 5 or 6 computers, maybe 4. Wales Interactive had 4. That was the best game I played while I was there, the one from Wales Interactive that I can't remember the name of. I'll flash it up now. That was very good. But the tabletop area was fine. I mean, the shopping was really, really good. I think a lot of things were overpriced. A lot of things, especially the anime figures and things, you could get cheaper online from other places. But it's nice to always buy stuff and have it in your hand when you've got it. But as a whole, I mean, could you play video games? Yes, you could. Could you play board games? Yes, you could. Was there a sex robot? Actually, yes, there was, briefly on Friday. So is it good fun? I think it is. I think if you go for a day, tickets are reasonably priced for an event like this, and parking is very cheap. It's only £5 a day. It is definitely worth going. I don't think it's worth going for more than 1 day if you're there all day, but it is good fun. So that is my views on Insomnia. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you've got any questions about it, let me know, and I'll see you next time.